Chicago is a favorite by 3 points in this game. How, I don't know. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the episode of Hard Foul Radio. Appreciate you for tuning in today. This is the show that values time, so let's not waste any. You ever heard the old expression, a bear is chasing you and your friend? How fast do you have to run? Faster than your friend, not faster than the bear. That's what the NFC East is like. I had more confidence with Ryan Fitzpatrick being Washington's starting quarterback going into the season that they would break away from the rest of this division, who I was not confident in at all. With Taylor Heinicke being the Washington football team starting quarterback versus Ryan Fitzpatrick, this has changed. Now, obviously, you get injuries, and I picked Washington to be in the playoffs, and I still believe they can win the division, but now it is a who's the best of the worst versus Washington being actually a standout team. With that being said, last night's game looks exactly like that. There was a bear chasing two guys, and Washington just ran a little faster than the New York Giants. The Giants aren't very good. The Eagles, even though I know they had an impressive week 1 win, don't think they're going to be very good. The Cowboys, for some reason, we just anoint to 9-7. I'm sorry, 9-8 now. Not going to be very good. Not big on them. Washington, they're going to be better than awful. It's just a really bad division, you guys. And when they play, it shows because their games with each other are very competitive. I saw a tweet last night that says NFC Least games are the most entertaining games of the year. And they are. They're only entertaining amongst each other. If you play in a lower level, if you play like, I played flag football about 6-7 years ago, and it was basically flag football for people that are just not that good at flag football. And there were some competitive games, there were some good games, it was fun times, enjoyed myself, played like 5-6 games, it was a little league. But you could tell the level of competition very early on. If you were watching us play, you would go, wow, these guys would get smoked if they played just about anybody who was high school varsity level at football or better. The Washington football team, yes, they won last night, and really my only takeaway is they're better than the Giants, who are bad and maybe the worst team in that division. And the Cowboys I have losing this week to the Chargers, and the Eagles I have coming back down to, it's just a really, it is the NFC Least. I don't like to come on here and, just make fun of or humiliate or downplay teams or athletes, but this is not a good division. It's just the weakest division in football, man. Moving on to week 2 of the ticket. So I was going through the games, and I thought to myself, what's the number one thing you want to look for? Well, you want to look what did teams do last week? Are they playing at home? I'm big on how far did you have to fly? All these different little factors that I believe Vegas accounts for. Like last night, Washington -3 against the Giants. I would not have picked Washington for that, but it shows you even Vegas thinks, okay, the Giants who just lost to the Broncos and felt like maybe, hey, we need to play better. We're 0-1. We got that urgency going 0-2. They were going to come out and give you a much stronger game versus Washington, even though Washington just lost their starting quarterback. Still was a 3-point favorite. First game on the docket, Bengals at Bears. Chicago is a favorite by 3 points in this game. How, I don't know. The Bengals looked really good last week. Joe Burrow looked like he's come all the way back from his injury. Him and Jamar Chase, the chemistry that they have. And even the Bengals defense looks better than it's been. Chicago has one of the worst situations you can in the league, which is players are starting to doubt the coach because they doubt the coach's ability and confidence to put in the quarterback. I don't think Andy Dalton's awful, but the players, the fans, everyone knows they want Justin Fields in there. Just reflects in the way that their effort level. Obviously, they lost to the Rams, who they would lose the Rams probably even with Justin Fields. I'm taking the Bengals, so I get the Bengals +3 going to Chicago. Joe Burrow will start 2-0 in his second year. Texans at Cleveland Browns. This one's tough. I'm taking the Texans with +12.5. So listen, the Browns are really good. We all know that. But 12.5 is a really hard line to cover, especially for a team like Houston, who's going to come in with some confidence because they just smoked Jacksonville. And no matter what you think of Jacksonville, that's still the confidence of all these veteran guys. Hey, we can play. And the Browns' expectations hit differently. And so there is no guarantee that they don't have a little bit of a nerves or pressure, but there's nerves and pressure. Rams at Colts. The Rams are really good. This is a Sean McVay-esque game. He gets to play in the dome. No distractions, no way to mess up his offense. The Colts, I just don't think Carson Wentz is there yet. The Colts are also in a worse division, so even though they might start, I believe they will start 0-2, I do think they have a chance still to come back and have a good season. But the Rams are really, really good, man. This is just more so a play of how good the Rams are, how good Matthew Stafford looked. I think they come in, they win this game by a touchdown to 10 points. So I got the Rams -4 over the Colts. Cowboys at Chargers. Chargers are 2.5-point favorites. Take the Chargers, -2.5. I just don't think Dallas is that good. This one's really simple. I do think this is my one, hey, the Chargers are just better than the Dallas Cowboys, and it will show. This is my one, they're just the better team pick. And then my lock, the one, bet your mortgage, bet your friend's mortgage, bet everyone's mortgage on, and that is the Tennessee Titans at Seattle. Tennessee +4.5. Tennessee's coming off week 1 where they just got embarrassed. They're going to come out. They're going to play great. The Seahawks are obviously a really good team, but this is the kind of game Derrick Henry takes over. Ryan Tannehill is going to bounce back in general, and the Titans come out really strong, and this is my biggest pick, my most secure pick for week 1. Titans +4.5.